So I wanted to record a little bit of a demo. It's mostly for to use as a brain note for myself or share with colleagues as I'm learning the Data.World space. And as now it's part of ServiceNow, trying to understand a little bit the use cases that we cover with Data.World and how we can leverage those capabilities. So here I'm in the Data.World UI. So I'm going to be navigating to a data set that we have here called marketing order attribution. This is where all the structured data for, in that example, marketing and sales attribution analysis lives. So typically, a data engineer or data steward is responsible for creating and curating data set like this. So they bring the data from multiple sources like CRM system, different analytic platform, different data platform, and then publish it here so other team can query those data sets and use them. But the whole idea of Data.World is to have one central place to describe those data sets. We're dealing mostly with metadata about the data. So you know what to query, you know what data is available, specifically when those data sets are evolving every single day. You want to have a place to govern and maintain the description of those data sets. So once it's published, you may have a business analyst or data scientist, or at ServiceNow, maybe an AI agent developer, and you want to query that data. You want to see what data are available to you for a given use case. So you can query potentially Data.World either from the UI, like I'm doing here, to understand what that data set contains, what are the tables, what type of data. You even can get a glossary, definition of terms and relationship between tables, all that good stuff. So you can go through a UI as a data analyst, or if you're dealing with some kind of AI agent technology, such as the one we have at ServiceNow, you could potentially query Data.World to have an understanding of the data set available, understanding of the columns and tables available, and relationship between those tables. And the true value is when those schema of those data sets are changing. If you do this programmatically, but then you have more data available, it's maybe structured differently, so you can better have access and understand that data. Again, long explanation. I'm still learning that space. Here I'm going to be focusing on how we query that data set from API, if I can say that. So I'm going to be using my terminal here on my computer, and I wanted to quickly test if I can query that marketing attribution data set. So instead of clicking in the UI of Data.World, I'm going to be using use the SPARQL endpoint of Data.World to explore that data set that normally you can explore via the UI. I'm going to be using SPARQL, and I'm doing this through a terminal. I'm sure you can do this with Python or specific SPARQL client. I'm just going to use curl because I don't want to install anything I'm not supposed to install on my work computer. So first, I will run a query to list all the tables available in the dataset. So I should be able to list all those tables available, but programmatically. In order to make those query from using SPARQL, I went in the settings of my Data.World POC environment, and I went and grabbed my API key. And then I used that particular URL in my GraphQL query, and that's about it. So let me pick the first example, the first script, and then run it, and let me explain to you what we're going to be doing with this. So the first example here is to query the list of tables available in my dataset. So I'm using GraphQL for doing this, and I'm displaying this in a CSV for web format here. That's what we're doing here. So I'm just retrieving the three tables available in the dataset here, and that's what you normally will see here in the UI, but now you can programmatically do this from a terminal. Obviously, you can have this as a function, as part of your AI agent. As a tool, you can run a bunch of script to every time the AI agent is trying to query that marketing order attribution dataset, you can see if there is an evolution or change in that dataset. You can really discover more information about that data. Let's go and run another command. Let's say we want to pull a list of all the unique column names across all my three tables. And so this is what's going to help me see quickly the type of data available and identify the column available. And maybe that's what I need for my given use case. So I'm gonna run another command here. Let me clear that thing. And now that's basically listing the column available. It's exactly the same thing if I was going there and click here and listing all of the different columns available directly from the UI of Data.World. So hopefully you understand how this can help in a scenario where you're dealing with a lot of data sets that are changing all the time. You can really basically query from a central place the metadata about a particular data set you're dealing with. So again, it's probably data analyst that's going to be interested by those features, or someone building a bunch of AI agent, because we know AI agent needs data, so it can resonate and make decision before it takes action. And instead of hard coding the data structure in your AI agent configuration, it's way more better to dynamically query the data set from solution like Data.World. So that's what we are doing this. Again, and I understand it's a bunch of command line that I'm showing. It's the SPARQL. I didn't learn any of that. I'm just using ChatGPT to help me build those SPARQL queries so I can test this quickly. And I just wanted to give you a quick sneak peek of SPARQL and how you can query those data set. I'm being told you can even retrieve the data directly from it, but I think the main use case for now of Data.World is retrieving metadata. But I connected my POC environment to Databricks, and I know I can. There is a way to retrieve the data, but I haven't yet tried this. And that's gonna be my next video. Hopefully that was useful to you, as it's useful to me to learn those new concepts.